See how it goes. We're getting the DOTA coming out from 5-man, their second pick here in the draft. Plenty of picks for the side of VP to respond to it. What do you sort of think of their response and their approach this game? Do you like what they've decided to try and do against the DOTA here?
Well, I was watching the draft. Two last picks kind of were familiar to me, what they're going to go for, and I feel like they want also to prepare for the tri-lane. That's a possibility for 5-man. If they decide to go once again aggressive tri-lane with Medusa, with the Venge and Rubik, I think that's extremely strong, but for now they're just keeping it simple. All right, yeah. Starting with just Misery down here with Zibe. Keeping the DOTA in the safe lane, and looks like on the side of VP they're also not going to do anything too crazy. Drow starting down here on the safe lane, and of course no one in this mid matchup against Chess, you know. So there's the Tiny versus Void Spirit matchup. I mean, how do you feel that you've seen this go most of the times in a 1v1? Sometimes it looks pretty even, but most of the time Void Spirit just gets on top. You're playing against hero with 0 armor, so that could be pretty tough for Tiny. And with the recent changes to 3 grab, you can't really just keep that 3 all the time. You have 5 charges, so I think that's a huge nerf to a Tiny. Also, one of the reasons why they wanted to have something like a Drow Ranger on the bottom lane. Possibility, prepare for that Beastmaster pick. You know, you don't care too much about getting harassed by the boar. Let's see how this mid lane's doing. Chessie so far doing fine for CS against 3 on Tiny. And I believe Solo, once again, will go for the same item build. Sorry, skill build. But he does not get the point in Shadow Poison, just, you know, plays pure defensively. But that W is going to deal a ton of damage once you max it out. Yeah, that instant opening damage, or at least temporary damage, can really set up for some of these kills. Very strong with burst heroes, right? Like the Tiny. Once Tiny starts making moves, Solo's always going to be able to set up with the Soul Catcher to bring them to an HP threshold that this Avalanche Toss just destroys them. Tiny will need to pop off for VIRTUS.PRO. I think he is the key hero of this draft, where he needs to be able to kill the heroes, someone like Avenge or Rubik, before the fight starts. And he also always threatens a kill on the Void Spirit. One of the reasons why they went for Drow Ranger, they needed some extra, not lockdown, but control for this Void Spirit, because they were very limited. And that silence is going to do miracle, I think. Yeah. And again, would you agree that this is a game where they're going to have to keep it pretty fast? VP going late against the Deuce is never really going to be an option, or do they have some tools late game that can be good against Ace? It's a lineup that scales, you know, taking over the Medusa illusions with the Shadow Demon and having a Drow Ranger, but still feel like Medusa, Beastmaster, Venge is just a better late game option that I would always side to. Yeah, lots of ways to really empower this Medusa and keep her safe with the swap saves. So far, looking at the last hits, it's only, everyone's really sort of getting a look in. I guess this top lane, Rezo, he's struggling a little bit, only 5 CS at the moment on this off lane Phoenix, so that will be the slow start here. Zibe, look at his build. 80 damage on a Beastmaster, 2 Fairy Fires, belt, and a Magic Wand. Like, usually you don't want to get a Magic Wand, especially if you know that Solo's not gonna get... I mean, Magic Wands, don't get me wrong, it's one of the best items in the game where you must have it on a hero. But he's tanky. Alright, they're making a move. And Pi, falling very low here to the Fire Spirits, but we'll be fine. This is what you see more often, just position 4s getting straight up Tranquil Boots, where they, you know, get out of the fight for 10 seconds, 15, regen up almost to full HP, and then they start harassing once again. And do you like this decision as well for VP running the Doom as the 4 and the Phoenix as the off lane, rather than the other way around? Like, why have they done it this way? I think it's much easier for Phoenix to farm in terms of what he's laning against. 2 range heroes, something that he does not like to, and extra minus armor. But it's also not that great of a Phoenix game. Oh, a lot of heroes dropping very low. And Misery versus Solo. I think Misery, he should have this. Runs him down. He's killed Misery in bottom lane. Zibe, he's in onto RTW. He's just able to run him down under the tower and get the kill alone. Just wants to die. There's no one to pick up the XP since Solo died, so this is very efficient gaming coming on from 5-men already. Getting some early kills here in these side lanes.
And as we say, farm across the board, definitely looking the better for them. All three of their cores are hitting the creeps just fine. Top lane, definite slow start for Resolution with the way that 5 men have been able to hold on to it and get a fair few denies here in that safe lane.
From the void.
Dire's middle tower.
5-minute runes up. As VP, they're going to try and make a move down here. They're coming in with the smoke, solo, and no one. So they can find a disruption into the combo of the Tiny. See if they can burst. Same time at top, Pi.
That was...
Where was he going? What was he doing?
I don't know.
What was he doing? What was he trying to do? He just walked down. He just walked in.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I really have no idea what that was.
Did he have...
Trying to put some...
Was he trying to... I don't think he had a ward. Was he trying to ward? He legit... Did he just stop looking at his hip?
Yes.
He just walked down by the cliff. After he'd seen them. Like, he was already the wrong side of Zayat.
I mean, you can't ward in front of the full creep wave that's going to be noticed. I mean, you're playing against the professional players. I'm not sure what that was.
No. That was a little strange. Renzo able to dive out just in time, and Pi, he's going to take quite a punch here from Zayat.
Phoenix will come back and use Fire Spirits, yeah.
Oh, no.
He's out of range, and he can do that because they have nothing to just straight up kill him. Look at his HP. Like, he has 50 HP, 50 mana.
Oh, we'll see that early kill down bottom that we weren't able to catch with the action going on elsewhere. It was the move from Chessie that enabled it. First blood for 5 men. We've seen both mids already starting to get active, as expected. This Tiny and Void Spirit, both very important for their respective sides in terms of just setting this tempo, and they're starting to push some of the side lanes into their favor.
Medusa dropping very low.
And no regen.
She's sitting at 250 HP with no regen. I guess someone will just have to bring.
And they've got this ward down, so Zayat...
Ace might die.
He's got a little bit of mana, providing him some protection with the shield, but
it could do the trick.
Oh no! I mean, this top lane's starting to get a bit messy for 5 men. Those 2 back-to-back deaths from Pi, and now Ace getting dove upon. At least for 5 men on the other side of the map, they continue to have a very strong bottom lane. They managed to get the kill, but this top lane it's kind of become a bit of a mess for 5 men.
It is at one point. If she dies one more time, we'll just need to fall back to a jungle, or if Tiny gets a good rune, it's very important that you go for the runes, secure them for your Tiny when he's playing the mid lane.
No one. On the way over, starting to get the opening onto Zibe. The Remnant will pull back No One for the time being. They get the disruption out, enter the setup. The silence as well from RTW, pushing the 2 of them back, making sure that they can kill off Zibe with no potential save coming out from the rest of 5 men. Zayat, they've just done it again, top lane. I mean, Pi, he came in bottom to try and help out Zibe, wasn't able to do so, and again, Ace is being left alone top, and Zayat and Resolution, they're just diving in, and this is before they hit their ultimates. Once these 2 heroes have their level 6s, this lane, I mean, it's got to be considered just a no-go zone completely for this Medusa.
Yeah, I think Medusa does not go to a top lane anymore. 5 men making a mistake, showing too many heroes at the mid and the bottom lane, which allows VIRTUS.PRO to actually play aggressive on the top lane and just dive the tower.
I mean, Chessie, he's come up here to, I just kind of guess, find some experience. I mean, getting a kill on these heroes is very unlikely with Doom and Supernova available, so not much that Chessie can do. Yeah, I say that he's going to try and go for Rezo. Will at least force out the Supernova from Resolution, as Rezo has to pop that, the Warrior being blown up by Chessie's combo, so he's able to force that out of VP.
And whenever you see position 4 being on the mid lane, what Misery is doing right now, you know the mid laner is ganking. If you didn't kill him, if you know that he's full mana, full HP, something's cooking. Dry Ranger is level 6, so that's a ton of kill potential. Solo just got 2 Observer Wards killed. And it seems like he's gonna survive that. Chessie chasing.
We still really want to try and make something happen here, 5 men.
But Doom's already level 6.
Yeah,
10-minute mark.
They got such a good start on that top lane, Zayats and Resolution. After a sort of a tough first few waves, first few minutes, so they weren't able to farm, but they got the kill. Now bottom, lead in onto the Vengeful Spirit. They'll find Pi.
That's not a good roar.
He's having to use it to run away, and he may not even be able to do that as the disruption from Solo holds him in place. The multi-shot won't quite clip onto Zibe, so he will live, but another ult that's been forced to be used defensively. Chessie, he still hangs around. No one's just able to walk up and combo him. The Doom's down and Chessie's gone. His Void Spirit game is starting to take quite a hit. He made that move up to top, didn't find any action, came down bottom, now loses his life.
This is the perfect run for Tiny. Like, he can just sit down a mid lane, keep farming, and whenever he sees the opportunity, just pop it and gank the side lane.
Yeah, he's incredibly strong now, no one. Highest level in the game. VP now 10 minutes in, up to a 3K lead. It just seems like another situation where 5 men have really struggled to achieve much coming out of the laning phase. They're just starting to crumble across the map.
Zayats is so farmed. He's just 800 gold away from a Blink Dagger on your position 4 Doom 10 minutes in. I don't think you're getting this kill. It's very easy to just dodge the gank. Medusa going for Hand of Midas. Just wants to recover. Well, if you go for Hand of Midas, it's very punishable. Same thing that he did in game number 1.
Well, Chessie, he dove in on this. They know that he already used the 2 charges of Astral Step. He can't get out, and the toss as well for No, and he finds himself a second. Oh, another death. Chessie's game as the Void Spirit's down to the bottom 4 net worth. This is... on these sort of heroes, it hurts so much to fall behind at this early stage. It's going to be so hard for Chessie to have an impact to this Void Spirit if he just keeps dying.
Next time he shows up, there's going to be another Doom ready, so he needs to be very careful about that one. It's very hard for 5 men. I feel like we might see the same kind of game that we had in game number 1, where they're just gonna run over the Twilight die. Yeah, I think he's not getting out of this one.
He'll get a few creeps. These will be his last ones. As again, another death on Pi. No one, just, you can feel it. The momentums are flowing with this Tiny. He's getting everything that he goes hunting for. There's now, 3 top spots in the net worth. All that of VP's cause. I mean, well, so Zayats has sort of become the pseudo offlaner here this game because of how good of a game. I mean, this is a 4. He's got his Blink Dagger done. He's got his Blink Dagger done at the same time as his Tiny. The double blinks are online for VP at 12 minutes in.
They can just kill whoever right now with these 2 heroes, and he's also doing a very good job not giving away any spells through Rubik. He uses his neutral creep. Like, he just clapped, and like Rubik does not want to have
so
that.
Rubik gets a clap, you know?
Easy clap.
Easy clap. Not going to be as effective in game as it is in the chat.
And they thought it could get no darker.
There we go. Smoke from Chessie and Misery. Maybe see if they can catch one here, but VP's got a lot of heroes down here. This is a bit of a scary place to fight, and you can feel it on 5 men. They're already starting to run away. Demonic Purge used on Chessie. No one trying to get the lead in Chessie. He's actually going to go with the Dissimulate over onto Tiny.
Great remnant.
Good roar though onto Rezo. Yeah, stops any chance for anything to come out. Zayats will drop the Doom onto Chessie. Zayats just running in past the tower, but Scorchstaff will be able to find the kill. The Avalanche comes over to the side. Misery falls. They continue to hide Chessie in the trees. He's hoping that they don't find him. Will no one catch a glimpse of him? That he won't. The multi-shot is coming out across. The TP'd in on Ace, trying to get involved, but VP will just back away.
That's a buyback and 2 heroes down.
Oh, and now
they're going in again.
Chessie, he's so low. He's going to try and jump up with Zayats, gets the kill. Will begin to start boiling up, but ILTW finds the silence. Chessie's dead. Solo here with a disruption setup. Chessie's buying back. He's got to keep his Ace Medusa safe, but he can't. The TP's too long.
Combo.
And he jumps in. He's found the combo onto Ziba. It's a triple kill for ILTW. Chessie, he bought back for this. He cannot afford to die, but they're slowing him down with the... He's out. He's out of the game.
Toss him out of the game. Ultra kill for ILTW.
Well, this is look like a quick 2-0, Lacoste.
And it really does. 9k gold lead. Twilight die trying to run away from the creeps. Only has a wind blaze.
No.
We know how this one's gonna end up.
Have mercy.
His TP is on cooldown.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Goodbye, Pi. Goodbye.
Solo with some Warcraft 3 surrounding skills.
I mean, what do they do?
Dire's top tower
Chessie,
is
he's got
under
less
attack.
farm than Solo right now.
Chessie's not having a game.
No. No. This is a rough one. This is a rough one indeed.
It was a great Remnant into roar. Like, he caught a mid-dive with the Remnant.
Sure. So he could just look back at that moment
Yeah,
and say, hey, guys,
this is the
do
only
you remember that
positive
point?
thing we have to say at the moment for 5 men, because it's looking very rough.
Yeah, not. I can't remember last time I saw a mid lane at lower net worth than the enemy 5 at 14 minutes in. That's it's pretty brutal.
Dire's top tower is
VP holding nothing back today in these games. No one in particular, just 5-0-10. Chessie is going to try and go on him. He's trying his best to burst him. Pilot dive will swap back into the magic missile. Can they kill this tiny? No one gets another avalanche off. It's defensive disrupt. They can't kill him. And Chessie's just going to die again. Oh.
That Tiny had another combo ready with the arcane rune. It's just falling apart.
Oh, it's a good job they don't pay us by the minute, Lacoste.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That's this game. Ace. So how's Ace doing? He got his Midas. Oh no.
Dire
Oh no.
scanning.
Doom is ready.
Oh
Blank
no,
hit.
no, Ace. Oh no. Oh.
He's thinking about it.
He doesn't even need to doom him. He doesn't even need to doom him. Oh, they might get Solo. They might get Solo here. They're going to try Solo. Oh, can he go for a deny? Oh, can they kill Solo? They got Solo. They got Solo, but still 3 heroes dead on 5 men. Oh no, the Supernova, can they kill it?
Oh, that level 1
can.
Supernova. Only 6 hits, I mean only, but with 2 heroes with no Fiery Spirits. It's an offlane, you know, Phoenix. So.
Yeah, is this the start of a comeback, Lacoste?
I don't think so, but let's pretend it is.
Yeah, come on. I'm ready for...
I'm afraid, Owen, because one it hits 1k gold lead per minute, then the game's officially over.
Yeah, that's right. Gaben turns up in person and calls it. Chessie. He's got Remnant for the tree. Oh. It's a rough one. It's... yeah.
I have to say, at this point, Chessie is very good at respawning.
Yes. Yes. That's, yeah.
That's one way to say it.
Oh, 15k lead now for VP. 17 minutes in, 29-8. Just brutal, fast-paced action here from VP. Both games. Game 1 was pretty rough. Game 2.
Seems like this is a smoke from 5 men.
I mean, yeah, they've got to do something. It's all or nothing.
Dire's bottom
What can they find?
is under attack.
I mean, you have Medusa. I don't think you just call the GG. There's always a high ground defense, but you need to make something happen. Solo's just standing there.
Oh, here we go. They get the Remnant onto Solo. Solo gets thrown by the Stone Gaze. They get the Shadow Demon. Solo down. If they do that a couple more times, they might be able to get Chessie back above him.
Yeah, they might need more smokes to actually pull something off like this. And I don't think they get too much out of that. Also, VIRTUS.PRO could easily just go to the Roche Pit. With the Drow Ranger, they have enough damage. Also, very interesting choice of talents on Drow Ranger.
What's he going for?
50% talent gust. Gust blind, I mean.
Okay. I mean...
Against the boars, against the necro units.
Yeah, it's...
Medusa, it's extremally good talent.
I mean, it's a lot, right? I guess most of the time it's just, you know, carry players going to be carry players. They're always going to take what benefits themselves individually, the stats over it, but 50% gust blind early on is yeah, definitely nothing to laugh at. This Roche will be an easy Roshan for VP. There's 5 men. They are starting to get their way out of their half of the map. Able to push out this bottom lane as 5.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Just trying to find whatever opportunities they can to come back into this. Already VP now on the way over. The outpost, of course, still in VP's control. Zayat's charging in. Who's he going to find? He's going to drop the Doom down onto Ace. Ace, still full HP and full mana. Rezo sweeping in from the side. They will lift him up. Rezo pops the Supernova. Can they take it out? They're turning with the Zeus. They can. The egg will fall very quickly. And now over towards Zayat. They may be able to get themselves the Doom. Magic themselves out. They get themselves a third kill here. 5 men. Now, can they get out? Because no one. He's ready to take on the world. Ace going for the TP out. Have they got any cancel? They don't. Ace and Misery will make it away there as 5 men able to find a 3-for-2 trade.
And once again, you see this Doom not giving away a single good spell to Rubik. He uses his Hoof Stomp immediately, or whatever it's called, Centaur Stomp. But, you know, this shows signs of life for 5 men. You know,
Radiant
get a couple of kills. Medusa is one of the heroes in the late game that, you know, especially with paired up with Vengeful Spirit, that you don't expect this kind of damage to come through.
I see no one. How's his progression going? He's about 3/4 of the way on his Aghanim Scepter and very close to hitting level 18. So maybe eyeing up some solo potential here, but they're going to jump on him. They're going to find the opening, but he's still got that haste rune going. Remnant won't catch him, so no one able to speed his way out of their bottom lane. The push coming in from VP is they'll look for an opportunity to take tier 2 away from 5 men down on this bottom lane. This should push ILTW very close to having his Manta style complete. Which, yeah, no hold of this tower will be attempted. Still respecting the fact that VP are very much ahead. RTW has the Aegis. It's very hard for 5 men to take the fights head on. No one. He's hunting for Pi. Pi able to put that Blink Dagger momentarily on cooldown with Wave of Terror, but not long enough as no one's still able to jump in. Pick up another kill as this Tiny just continues to ball out of control.
Is there some kind of a battle pass reward that I'm not aware of that Twilight Eye is going for?
I don't know. I mean, you're right. There's a lot of achievements nowadays. You get battle pass points for everything, so maybe. Maybe is at the moment. I mean, what's his KDA right now? It's not looking too hot.
Have you ever seen a mid laner being the lowest on the network chart? I don't remember, but this one could be the game. It's looking very rough for 5 men.
He's managed to get back ahead of Solo now, Jesse. You know, so he's on the road to recovery. It's a long road, a very windy road.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There's no one.
It's very hard for our observer to catch all the kills. Tiny is just out of control in this game.
It's just everywhere. No one is having a beautiful time on the Tiny. This is, I feel like we've seen a lot of games where Tiny, and when this hero pops off, it just really pops off. And in the hands of some of these tier 1 mids.
Still almost 2 full minutes left on that Aegis. I think it's try to pressure the high ground with their heroes. This is the build that I love to see when you have Tiny in your team, someone going for Veil. Just amplifying that magical damage. Also, we see more often when Tiny is being played as position 4, Blink Dagger into Veil, just to have that extra damage from your burst.
On VP. I can pretty much do what they want here, especially with, okay, no one actually adjusting the build rather than the Axe, just going for the AC. It's going to help them, of course, a lot with the building push. But they're soon to be coming in with VP. As 5 men, the best they could do is prepare from the high ground. Pi tries to step out of the base. Is he going to live? He's getting beat down by the illusions of the disruption, and they will finish him off. Paladai gone again. AC out now for no one, so the push of VP is going to be incredibly fast. See what sort of hold 5 men can do. Ace, the only real hero on 5 men's lineup with some semblance of farm. He does have that, at least the Manta finished on top of the Midas, so a bit of a way to get out of the initiation from VP, a chance to pop that Stone Gaze despite ILTW throwing out the Gust.
Full AC on Tiny. Some extra damage, extra attack speed for the team, minus armor on the buildings. Aegis will be gone in 20 seconds, so they need to be careful about the timing.
Radiant are scanning.
As a guy who builds weird items, Owen, would you go for Divine Rapier straight away on Medusa?
I think you have to. I think you really do. I don't see any other way of this turning around. Ace has got to go and he's got to dream big. He's queuing up the halberd. I mean, I guess sure what that is going to help against the physical damage output from either the Drow or the Tiny, but is it going to turn things around though? It just feels rough. I mean, obviously, 5 men are in a position right now that, you know, regardless of what they build, it's not really going to make this position look much better that they're in.
VIRTUS.PRO might take a fight, try to go for a gank, see what happens, because they don't... I don't think they can do that much on side of 5 men. They might lose a hero or two, but they can't take the Roche. Tier 1 tower's already gone. So I feel like VIRTUS.PRO can allow to play like more aggressive and risk more.
There we go. They're going to try and open it onto No One. No One gets the avalanche off. Roar comes through. Zayas jumps in on the back line. The Stone Gaze comes out. No one's able to turn in time though. Starts to retreat. You have Solo coming in for the side, trying to help out. Pilot out with a swap back. No One will be saved just in time by the disruption. The Sunray's coming out. No One is still alive. Finally, the Magic Missile finishes him off, but the Doom's down onto Ace. ILTW coming in for the side, kicking out the damage with the multi-shot. Misery just accepts his fate. There's no escape for the Rubik. I mean, they kill No One. They do have to use pretty much everything. They still lose 2 heroes themselves, losing their big old carry as well as one of them. As now VP, they don't need No One alive to start pushing the high ground with this Drow. ILTW starts chipping away at the tier 3.
But this is what I talked about. They can afford to lose a hero, but you have another hero who's beyond godlike, and right now they can put some pressure. Next Roche might respawn in a minute and 20 seconds. Don't necessarily need to end right now. Hype it up.
It's hard to hype that up.
Hype gone.
Yeah. Chessie gone again. The tip's coming out. They're able to tip Ace out of the game last time. Let's see if they can tip Chessie out of it this time, VP. Dropping them tips. As this mid lane Rax torn apart.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
As this lead for VP. I mean, today VP, they came to play. This series is... It really has been, I feel like the most one-sided series we've seen here in the Immortal League. This 2-0 has not been a nice one for 5 men. This one's been pretty painful. As they come in with the egg. The egg this time around may just be successful.
They're gonna get
it. They do get the egg. They'll lose Zippe for it, but they get the egg. It's a kill. It's a kill, and it will stop VP for now. The rest of 5 men able to back up and refuel.
Oh, Divine Rapier, I see.
Is he going for it?
Yeah, he's going for it. Still far away, you know, on Medusa, but I think this is something that you need if you want to somehow manage to make a comeback in this game.
No, he's got to dream big. It's the only way. The only way they can have a chance of turning this. Halberd, as I said, they just wouldn't have done anything to change the state of the game. But now Ace may not even get the chance to get the rapier. They dive in, Zayas in with a 3-man stop. This one, they're probably going to start dropping the Gs.
I believe this is it. Chessie's the first one to call it. Man, Chessie had a rough time in this game. No one popped off. He was all over the place. I think the lane setup, what VP did, how they played this game, it was just amazing to watch, you know. And the VP, they're not fooling around. They came here to play Dota. They looked a bit shaky the last couple of days. Not the best performance, but this is the VP that I want to see. Yeah,
this is sort of VP at sort of peak play, and just they ran away with this series. Both games massively in their favor, as 5 men just unable to get anything done.